So Shaitan promised Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to come to the son of Adam from before them and from behind them, from their right and from their left. And he told Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that Allah will not find most of the children of Adam as being thankful. And that's actually what he thought correctly. He did not know the unseen, but it was just a guess on his end. And he's working towards that guess. He's making people not be thankful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. As Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَقَلِيلٌ مِنْ عِبَادِيَ الشَّكُورُ. Few are those among my slaves who thank me. فَاتَّبَعُوهُ إِلَّا فَرِيقًا مِنَ الْمُؤْمِنِينَ. And they followed him, the children of Adam, all except a group of true believers. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make us among this group of true believers. وَمَا كَانَ لَهُ عَلَيْهِمْ مِنْ سُلْطَانٍ إِلَّا لِنَعْلَمَ مَنْ يُؤْمِنُ بِالْآخِرَةِ مِمَّنْ هُوَ مِنْهَا فِي شَكٍّ. And he, Iblis, seek refuge with Allah from him, had no authority over the children of Adam. Ibn Abbas means he had no proof, except that we may test him who believes in the hereafter from him who is in doubt about it. Meaning we gave Iblis power over the children of Adam only to show on the day of judgment who believes in the hereafter and that it will come to pass, and those who are the opposite of that. The people will be brought to account and be rewarded and punished accordingly, so that he will worship his Lord properly in this world. The people will be brought to account and rewarded or punished accordingly, so that he will worship his Lord properly in this world, and to distinguish these disbelievers from those who are in doubt, from those who are, okay, I think this doesn't make sense. They will be brought to account and be rewarded or punished accordingly, so that the one who is worshiping his Lord properly in this world will be rewarded, and the disbelievers, those who are in doubt about the hereafter, will be punished. وَرَبُّكَ عَلَى كُلِّ شَيْءٍ حَفِيظٌ. And your Lord is watchful over everything. So take out this A, is watchful over everything. Meaning Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, despite his watching, those who follow Iblis go astray, but by his watching and care, the believers who follow the messengers are saved. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is watching everything that's happening in his kingdom. So don't think that when the unjust does injustice to someone, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is heedless about that injustice. Allah knows that injustice happened, and Allah will bring the unjust person to account. Next, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, قُلِ ادْعُوا الَّذِينَ زَعَمْتُم مِّن دُونِ اللَّهِ لَا يَمْلِكُونَ مِثْقَالَ ذَرَّةٍ فِي السَّمَاوَاتِ وَلَا فِي الْأَرْضِ وَمَا لَهُمْ فِيهِمَا مِن شِرْكٍ وَمَا لَهُ مِنْهُم مِّن ظَهِيرٍ. Stop pointing this ayah. The helplessness of the gods of the idolaters here. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala states clearly that He subhanahu wa ta'ala is the one and only God worthy of worship, the self-sufficient, the master, who subhanahu wa ta'ala has no peer or partner. He is independent in his command, and there is no one who can share or dispute with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in that, or overturn his command. So He subhanahu wa ta'ala says, قُلِ ادْعُوا الَّذِينَ زَعَمْتُم مِّن دُونِ اللَّهِ. Say, call upon those whom you assert besides Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It means the false gods that you are worshiping besides Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Call them to help you take away Allah's punishment from you. Of course, they won't be able to do that. Why? Because these false gods possess not even the weight of a speck of dust, either in the heavens or in the earth. لَا يَمْلِكُونَ مِثْقَالَ ذَرَّةٍ فِي السَّمَاوَاتِ وَلَا فِي الْأَرْضِ. They do not possess, they do not control anything in this world, which means that they cannot come to your help or your intercession. This is like the ayah where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَالَّذِينَ تَدْعُونَ مِن دُونِهِ مَا يَمْلِكُونَ مِن قِطْمِيرٍ. And those whom you invoke or call upon instead of Allah own not even a qitmir, which is the thread in the date, the thread that is stuck to the pit of the date. So that's a qitmir. وَمَا لَهُمْ فِيهِمَا مِن شِرْكٍ. So they don't own something as small as that thread in the pit of the date, let alone for them to be able to come to your help, or let alone for them to have any share in the heavens or the earth, nor have they any share in either In either, here refers to the heavens and earth. So the false gods that the polytheists worship have no share in the ownership of the heavens and the earth. Means they do not possess anything either independently by themselves or as partners with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They do not own any share. These are man-made false gods that are worshipped by the disbelievers. وَمَا لَهُ مِنْهُمْ مِنْ ظَهِيرٍ. And Allah does not use any of these false gods as a supporter. So nor there is for Allah any support from among these false gods, meaning nor does Allah have among these rivals, these false gods that people worship, any support that He subhanahu wa ta'ala seeks in any matter. On the contrary, all of the creation is in need of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and is enslaved by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is it for today. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to save us from all trials and tribulations. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to keep us steadfast on the true path until we meet Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make the best day in our existence, the day that we meet Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make us among the people that enter Jannah without any reckoning, among the 70,000 that enter Jannah without any reckoning. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to bring back the Muslims to the true path, especially the youth and the women among them, and to make the Muslims gather around the single leader that will lead them to establish Islam and truth and justice in this world, and do with the injustice being done to our brothers and sisters everywhere in the world. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to destroy the state of the Jews and to make the might of the Jews greatest amongst one another. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to destroy with the Jews the hypocrites and the disbelievers that are helping them. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to purify the blessed land of Palestine from the filth of the Jews and to bring back the Khilafah to it. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to give victory to our brothers, the Mujahideen in Gaza and in the West Bank, in Lebanon, in Yemen, in Iraq, in Syria, and anywhere where jihad is being waged against the Jews and the hypocrites and the disbelievers that are supporting them. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala finally to gather us with Prophet Muhammad alayhi salatu wasalam in the highest paradise for Firdaus. Wa akhiru da'wana alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen. Jazakumullahu khairan, brothers.